yet again, a capacity crowd of over 67,000. As Manchester United go into a match which could see them ending up the evening 11 points clear of their closest challengers, Arsenal, in the Premiership. West Ham United get us underway in their change strip of all blue. Lomas playing at right back in this present West Ham formation, looking for Canute, who's the sole attacker, though Sinclair on the right and Titi Camara on the left have the job of joining him when West Ham are in possession, which they were momentarily then, but given away by Sinclair. Paul Scholes restored to the starting lineup tonight. David Beckham, who scored his first ever penalty in the match at Newcastle on Saturday. Here's Winterburn, twice a winner here in his Arsenal days. And now Carrick, pitch, as you would expect, quite heavy and is likely to cut up, I would think, though otherwise it's a very pleasant, mild evening as the ball from Camara fails to pick out Sinclair on the right. David Beckham will be the subject of our player cam for the first 15 minutes. That goal at Newcastle is 8th of the season. He needs just one more to equal his career best set in season 97-98. Sky Digital viewers on channel 404 can keep a close watch on him. Solskjaer unable to make contact. Stuart Pearce, object of quite a bit of speculation about his immediate future. And here's Song, who's just arrived, of course, from Liverpool, which is going to guarantee him a hostile reception from the home fans. He took a risk then. Beckham's cross aimed at Dwight York. Stuart Pearce on hand, and back it comes to... Oh, what a goal! Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made Rigobert Song pay in the harshest possible manner for his mistake, and Manchester United are in front already. What a finish!
Well, when you look to start the game, you look to start with a lot of confidence and no-nonsense defending, and what Rigobert Song here was so culpable. Really, the first time he had to connect, he should have really sent the ball up the field. Second time, you don't get another chance, not with Solskjaer around. And the way that really Manchester United worked hard to close the ball down, but that's where Solskjaer just read the situation. Song ought to have had that cleared. He had two opportunities and he neglected to do it with either, and really did put the rest of his back four and goalkeeper under incredible pressure.
6 goals in 7 games now for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. 10 altogether this season. The very start that West Ham, with their dreadful record here at Old Trafford, would have been dreading. And it was self-inflicted. Really, a player of Song's experience shouldn't have made that kind of error.
Well, it just certainly puts you under pressure for the rest of the game. I think that Harry Redknapp would have been hoping to have come into this game, settle early, let the formation hopefully nullify Manchester United. Certainly the 3 in midfield against the Man United's 2 were beginning to pass the ball around quite well. But you just can't legislate for that as a manager.
Canute. Wonderful skill on the ball for such a big player, but in the end he hits the deck and gets no free kick. Stuart Pearce coming to win it back. It's gone straight to Scholes, who instinctively finds Beckham on the right. And again, a great yawning gap that Dwight York gallops into, and he'll take on Pearce here and keep going. So close to number 2.
Well, he found wonderful space, didn't he, in this right-hand channel, really. Manchester United picking passes off, finding space, but just look at the space that Yorkie finds himself. Nigel Winterburn had drawn into the halfway line, and that isn't far away. That's a matter of inches. It just drifts the wrong side of the post as far as United are concerned, but they are really dominant at the moment.
Leading scorers, as you'd expect in the Premiership, United, and in fact the next goal they get will be their 50th league goal of the campaign, and just for good measure they've also got the best defensive record. They've only let in 15. Sinclair for West Ham, still shell-shocked by the way Manchester United have started here. And Lomas has to go all the way back to Shaka Hislop.
Well, people ask you about Manchester United's success, Alan, and You know, there's a lot of obvious facts and figures there in front of you, but when they haven't got the ball, just as Paul Scholes did there, he went close, he got close to Carrick there, 62% of the ball, but when they haven't been in possession, they don't half work hard to get it back.
Gary Neville finds Solskjaer. Keane. Beckham. Just out of play. Moncur picks out TT Camara. It was quick and exciting and very direct. But finds Canuti offside.
Yeah, that's a good back line. I think Manchester United were very careful. They came up as one there. You can see the two centre-halves very much in line together, and as that ball's played through, it looks as if he's marginally onside for me, as Canuti found himself at the other side of the back four. Very unfortunate there.
Camara on the ball again. It's his third appearance, still waiting for his first goal, signed from Liverpool, where he got 10 goals last season. In fact, only Michael Owen scored more than he did. But he hadn't figured for Liverpool in a single game this season before his move. Well, the quality of this first touch football is outstanding from Manchester United already.
I just don't think West Ham could afford to give Manchester United that type of room in that midfield area, because they have got the quality to pick you off with passes. You know, the range of passing that Beckham's got. Scholes is very clever. You know, Keane also has got a lot of...
St York comes back out to David Beckham. Scholes, Keane. West Ham chasing shadows at the moment. Wes Brown has Silvestre down the left flank. Now Beckham. Giggs with the first-time layoff. Beautiful ball for Neville. Dwight York well placed. And now Scholes hits it. And West Ham just can't get out of their own penalty box almost at the moment. Scholes again. And a foul will bring a free kick in a very dangerous position. Stuart Pearce protests, but the referee having no hesitation, and indeed I think he's reaching for a yellow card.
Well, they're all over the place at the moment, West Ham. I think they're sitting far too deep, and that clearly is a late tackle from Stuart Pearce, and he deserves his yellow card. But the reason they can't get out, Alan, is because they're playing so deep. They've only got Canuti to hit, and if they don't hit him with any sort of quality, it just keeps coming back and back and back. And West Ham have been under so much pressure in this opening 12 minutes, and it is so difficult to contain what is an excellent Manchester United team.
That yellow card for Stuart Pearce will mean an automatic one-match ban. And it could have even worse consequences for West Ham from this free kick. Beckham takes. Well, he made that look an easy save, Hislop. It wasn't, I'm sure.
That was an excellent save, it really was, because this was played with so much pace and power on it. And Xhaka really read the situation very well. He knew his wall was on the right side to protect him from that corner.
David Beckham has scored from long-range free kicks in the last 2 matches against West Ham. Player, of course, who was born in the East End of London in real West Ham territory. Well, whatever game plan West Ham had has been thrown out of the window by that goal inside 3 minutes. Lomas finds Canute. Scholes with the early ball for Solskjaer. Stuart Pearce read it well. Here's Winterburn and Monker. Keane. Winterburn wasn't going to give it up easily. That's the kind of determination West Ham are going to need now.
That's the problem though, Alan. As soon as they have got that opportunity to play that ball forward, if it's not right for Canute, this is what happens. You know, Manchester United will come back at you, and look at this space. The likes of Scholes and Keane are getting in that area of the field.
At the moment, United enjoying an almost embarrassing amount of possession. Scholes. Ryan Giggs in a central position now. There's very little room in there because so many players crowded into that same area of the field, but he's managed to find room and find Neville. Dwight York, far post. An important clearance by Lomas. Manchester United have a corner.
I tell you what a ball from Ryan Giggs as well with his right foot. It's a great spot, really. Sees Philip Neville wide. This had to be played first time, and it was played with a lot of quality. Good defending from Lomas.
Back to Gary Neville. Another opportunity for Beckham. Better angle this time, and he very nearly made it count.
Well, you could see he fancied it, didn't he? As soon as he had a good first touch, that's exactly what he did. And as this ball came to him, everybody was expecting the cross, but not David Beckham. Good job for West Ham, not Shaka Hislop.
Same move from the corner, same player on the ball, same effort. Don't need an action replay, we've just seen it.
Well, it just happened to be the other side this time, and Shaka Hislop getting bombarded at the moment. The one before, he went the other side. This time it was a good foot wide of Hislop's left-hand post, but I can't believe Harry Redknapp's going to allow this to carry on, because the formation at the moment, the fact they're dropping so much deep towards their own back four is creating so much pressure on them.
Song under pressure again. Here's Dwight York. Good block by Pearce. Danger hasn't gone yet. Song gets it away this time. And remember, Leicester are the only team who've beaten West Ham in the last 10 West Ham matches. They've won 6 of those as well.
Well, there you can see West Ham haven't had an awful lot to talk about from an attacking point of view, and Manchester United having so much domination in the middle third and almost 20% in the West Ham defensive third. That's the man they've got to hit with a little bit more quality.
And Shaka Hislop's having problems with his kicking tonight, that's for sure. That's the third one he's sliced into an almost identical area. Has a problem. That might explain those wayward kicks of his, but he seems to be holding his knee at the moment, and as a precaution, Craig Forrest has been sent to warm up.
I tell you what, with his record at Old Trafford and given the way Man United are playing, I don't think he'll be in too much of a hurry to get on the field.
No, I think if I was him, I'd keep going straight through the exit gate. Every player wants to play, of course, but he could be forgiven for being not quite so keen. And another problem here, and cleared off the line by Song, and straight back out to Silvestre, whose shot was wide.
Well,
Dwight York almost making it 2.
Sorry, Albert, it's fantastic movement from Manchester United in the box. And just really look at the players at the far post. Wonderful cross. And there they're queuing up, Scholes and York. That time, excellent defending from Song. The way that he's got back onto his goal line and cleared the ball from danger, saved his side another goal.
David Beckham. And just look at that. Overwhelming superiority Manchester United are enjoying. And this, remember, is a West Ham team in good form, with confidence high, albeit missing their star act, Paolo Di Canio.
Well, they might be in good form, but they've got to get closer, really. There you can see, picking passes off at will at the moment, Manchester United.
Ryan Giggs. Brilliant skill from Giggs. The crowd rise as he attempts the cross, ends up almost in the crowd. Silvestre teeing up across himself. Song with a spectacular clearance. And now Sinclair with a rare opportunity to get West Ham over the halfway line, and he couldn't keep the ball for long.
Well, that's the willingness we talked to a little bit earlier, Alan, about getting the ball back, retrieving it, exactly what Roy Keane did in that fashion. That's what sets them apart.
But it's so one-sided at the moment. It's amazing, really, that there's such a little difference, if you like, in terms of places between the two teams, if not points. That was a handball by Neville.
I'm not saying that'll be the one thing that'll be worrying Alex Ferguson, but he will be hopeful that they can go on and get further goals. Certainly their supremacy deserves that, and it's this stage of the game where he's going to say, right, go on, press that advantage home. Go and get a second, go and get a third, and really make it so difficult for West Ham. Because I can't believe West Ham are going to carry on in this fashion. They're going to have to change it.
Beckham comes to receive the ball from Gary Neville, and still West Ham have almost all their players behind the ball, even though they're a goal down and can't get a kick at the moment. Beckham again. Well, this is a newcomer at West Ham, Hannu Tahinen, a Finnish international central defender who's on an extended loan. Beckham with a sweeping free kick for Silvestre, who's given it away. Carrick's interception. But whenever West Ham do win it back, as we've said more than once, there's just no one there to play the ball to, and it inevitably ends up back with Manchester United.
Well, they've got a ball of their own at the moment, haven't they, Manchester United? West Ham are just constantly chasing it. But certainly, I think Harry Redknapp will be looking at this now and thinking we can't carry on playing like this. It's so difficult on our back four if we just allow Manchester United so much freedom and room just to pop little passes around.
I suppose Joe Cole would be an option for Harry Redknapp. Certainly he considered putting him in the starting lineup tonight, but he has an ankle problem, and the West Ham manager didn't feel he would be fit enough to play the full 90 minutes. He would give them another attacking edge for sure. Perhaps they'll find one now with the players out there. Canute. Lampard. Sinclair. Lomas on the overlap. First time he's got that far forward. Canute just beaten to it. Good interception as well by Brown. And in, 27 minutes of football, that's the first time, really, that West Ham have mounted what you'd call a decent attack, Brian.
Well, it's incredible, and I think a side like West Ham United as well, because they get so much plaudits, and rightly so, for their attacking plays. Certainly recently against Charlton, they were excellent. They played outstandingly well, and they got forward with great determination, great skill, but tonight, he's sadly lacking.
Here's Giggs. Dwight York. Forward for Solskjaer. Scholes is there. Giggs is there too! What a tremendous effort by Ryan Giggs. And if Shaka Hislop was injured, he didn't show it then.
Well, just look at the movement, though, in front of Hislop, and this is a great save. This is hit on the heart volley. A very difficult strike on goal to take, but when you've got a player of that quality, just a fingertip save from Hislop.
A free header, and untypically Solskjaer couldn't find the target.
Well, they've just been a little bit careless. If that's one problem with Manchester United at the moment, it's minor. It is their carelessness, really, to finish West Ham off in this opening period. There's another opportunity that Solskjaer, you would have expected in his current form, to have hit the target. That's incredible, isn't it? 11 attempts on goal in the opening 28 minutes.
Could be the dozen coming up here. Solskjaer again. He's now scored in the last 3 games here at Old Trafford against West Ham, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he almost added to his total then. Beckham with a brilliant long ball. It was well read by Lomas. Almost picked out Giggs. Now he's got it back anyway, and Dwight York goes for the corner, and it was tipped away again.
Well, it's that man Rigobert's song again, and Stevie Lomas had to make the covering header, but it's a wonderful ball from Beckham. He must have hit that all of 60-70 yards. Poor touch again from Song, and it's an important save from the goalkeeper. How many of those has he made in this opening half hour? Because that was arcing towards the bottom left-hand corner.
And that one from his old pal Dwight York. They go back a long way, those two. Mr. Keane. Pierce with the block. Song with the headed clearance. At the moment, this is the most one-sided 1-0 scoreline I've seen for a long time.
I think I read somewhere that Fabian Barthez is hopeful before he finishes his career to play as a centre-forward. Might happen tonight.
Scholes sets one up for Silvestre to hit. Sinclair it was who got in the way, and now Lomas. And perhaps at last Lampard can take West Ham in the right direction. Lomas looking for Canute, who was nudged in the back.
Certainly a better ball out of defence for West Ham, and it's given them some respite, the chance to get players forward.
The important thing is now they've got to keep it. Monker. Lampard did well. Sinclair. Camera to his right. Canute in the box, so too is Lampard. But the cross not good enough to find either. Always that buzz of expectation when Ryan Giggs is on the ball, and that's why. Oh, what a run, what a ball for Dwight York. Just took it a little too far out of his own stride there, York.
That's a great shame that the momentum of the attack just dropped a little bit, but what a wonderful surging run. Somebody said he's got hamstring problems, would you believe it?
Beckham pursued by Winterburn, finds Paul Scholes. Gary Neville. And his brother Phil. In towards Solskjaer, it's found its way through!
Well, I think it's an own goal, Al. I think it's an own goal. I think Stuart Pearce might well be the defender that the last touch has come off. I know Solskjaer just recognised that fact. But again, far too much space and room. And as this ball came in, at times, perhaps it's just a nothing ball, really. But again, West Ham, you're hoping that they're going to defend with a little bit more determination. Certainly for somebody of Stuart Pearce's calibre. But United do get lucky. But no one can argue that they certainly don't deserve this 2-0 lead. The touch is off Stuart Pearce. And that perhaps is one of the ways that Manchester United would beat Shaka Hislop, who has been in outstanding form.
Well, the goal came in a most unlikely fashion. When you think of all the flowing movements we'd have from Manchester United, all the near misses and all the terrific saves from Hislop before that, an untidy way to double their lead, but they're not complaining. Manchester United's 50th Premiership goal this season. And I think even the most ardent of West Ham fans can't deny that they deserve it. Here's Giggs. Solskjaer near post, York near the penalty spot. Cleared only as far as Silvestre. Beckham. Ryan Giggs will be the subject of our player cam on Sky Digital Channel 404 for the final part of the first half. Gary Neville. Beckham takes over again. Dwight York challenged quickly, but determined that the ball was going to remain his. Beckham. Giggs. Lomas just got a touch on that.
That was really a fantastic first touch. He knew Lomas was getting close to him. It's a little wry smile from Ryan Giggs.
The foul there on Rigobert's song gives West Ham a breather, and my, do they need it.
Well, I don't think I've seen anything as emphatic as that, really. Almost 75% of possession to Manchester United.
Canute. Camera dispossessed by Silvestre. Here's Solskjaer. Moncur sliding tackle. Scholes wins it back, and now Giggs. He's got Dwight York up alongside him. Brilliant run again by Giggs. Dwight York! It almost scrambled in for a United third.
Oh, it's breathtaking, isn't it? And Ryan Giggs doing what he does best. And that's running at defenders. He's got so much quality, and it's so difficult to defend against. And really, yeah, you can see 4 West Ham defenders around him, and has the ability to be aware of where players are. And he spots Dwight York, and unfortunately, Yorkie can't get the necessary touch to make it 3-0.
The running off the ball, the movement, the passing, the tackling, the hard work, it's all there in abundance. You can only really stand back and admire Manchester United at the moment, and West Ham are almost doing that themselves. Where's the next attack coming from? Dwight York and Roy Keane, and in the middle towards Solskjaer. Well, Phil Neville doesn't get many goals in his career. He'll be wanting to claim this one, but did Pearce get the final touch?
Well, I think he did. As that ball came into the box, I think there's just a little touch on that, because I think that ball was heading for Solskjaer, and Solskjaer realised it straight away. And 1 or 2 consoling words for the experienced central defender,
who, strangely enough, has twice scored winning goals at Old Trafford for opposing teams in his days with Coventry and Nottingham Forest. Now, almost an opening coming West Ham's way, but only almost. Canute did well. Camara. West Ham get a free kick. They'll want to make the most of this.
Well, again, good quality from Canute. He certainly has. When he's got that ball into his feet, which has been very limited in this first half, he's had the only shot on target. But he can be a threat, but he needs more support, and he needs more quality into him.
Into the final 5 minutes of a half in which the visitors have been overwhelmed. Lampard delivers the final shot, and it comes out to Camara, but the offside flag has gone up. Free kick to Manchester United.
I'll tell you what, that was close to a handball as well from Gary Neville from the shot from the free kick. That ball came with a lot of pace, and there you can see camera, he's well offside there, but it's very close to a handball.
Camera then got himself involved in a little scuffle, and having only just been yellow carded, he'd do well to think again about that. Canute. Lampard to one side, Sinclair the other, overwhelmed again by Manchester United players who hunt in packs on the rare occasions they don't have the ball themselves. Solskjaer. Keane. And now Ryan Giggs.
Problem is, Alan, they pop up in different areas of the field, but they never lose that shape.
Dwight York, beautiful ball. Giggs onto Scholes. Count the passes here. Phil Neville with the cross. Pearce could see deja vu coming his way then.
Good advantage from the referee, and you probably remember this better than I, but remember the old Leeds United, so when they used to do count their passes, and they used to get them to incredible numbers, and that's exactly how Manchester United have played here in the first half.
And stormed forward again with Silvestre. Solskjaer's in a great position. He wants to keep going himself. Giggs. And off they go again. Not this time. Beckham's layoff was poor. Camara made himself unpopular with the crowd now, and that's not just because of his Liverpool connection. Well, West Ham are better than this. We all know that. Their results recently prove that, but really they have not been at the races in this first half. Or maybe that's not giving full credit to the opposition. Moncur. Winterburn. Misplaced ball gives Manchester United another chance to come forward with Dwight York. And now David Beckham. York finding space. And then a lovely ball finding Giggs. He's got time to show us a trick or two. Dwight York! Well, that would have been some goal.
They just need to have a little bit more belief, but once again, wonderful play. And yeah, we may not be giving credit to Manchester United, but this is too easy. If Ryan Giggs is allowed to play a little keepy up and then play that ball to the far post, and Dwight York a little bit more belief, and you would have seen a third goal.
He's on the end of it again, this time straight into the hands of Shaka Hislop.
Well, there's an opportunity tonight for him to get goals, and it's been a difficult season for him. Stop-start, in and out of the side, international commitments, and the fact that Teddy Sheringham has been outstanding. But it is an opportunity for him tonight to get goals.
Solskjaer. Oh, what a good effort that was. It just didn't look on the shot there.
Well, he's the sort of player that can fashion out of openings out of nothing, and that's exactly what Manchester United have done. And I can't recall seeing a game where a side have had so much dominance in the way that Manchester United have in this first half.
No, it sounds an incredibly harsh thing to say, but I wouldn't mind betting that Manchester United have been further extended in pre-season friendlies than West Ham have managed here in a Premiership game. It has been that one-sided. Just a minute to be added, and how grateful West Ham will be for that. They've got a lot of sorting out to do at half-time. By David Beckham. Frank Lampard loses his boot in the process.
Again, that's a great example, isn't it, of when Manchester United haven't had the ball. They've worked so hard to get it back. You can see that York's prepared to come back. Beckham's in there. Scholes, Keane. They're so eager to get more of the ball and create more chances.
Canute's layoff. Lampard with the shot straight into the ground. That took all the sting out of it. Well, this will be so frustrating for Harry Redknapp, who knows his team can perform so much better than this. Now he's got to try and offer the wise words of wisdom that will make them perform better in the second half. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's early goal set Manchester United on the way to a strolling first half performance. Stuart Pearce probably getting the unfortunate final touch to a Phil Neville effort to make it 2-0. The game could easily already be beyond West Ham if it isn't anyway. At half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United 2, West Ham United 0.
So a comfortable 2-0 lead against the Hammers from New Year's Day 2001. Defensive errors from Rigobert Song and a deflection from Stuart Pearce might have given the Reds a helping hand, but Sir Alex's men look to be in total control of this one. Let's see if they can add to their advantage in the second half.
Welcome back. Let's just confirm these changes for West Ham first. Joe Cole coming on. He made his Premiership debut here a couple of years ago as a 17-year-old, and he's joined by Hanno Tahinen, the Finnish international, who's only played 5 minutes as a substitute against Charlton when West Ham were already 5-0 up. A little bit different now. Though if you want a crumb of comfort, you West Ham fans watching at home, I'm sure you will remember that when the teams met at Upton Park in August, West Ham came from 2-0 down to draw 2-2 with a couple of goals in the last 4 minutes. Manchester United, with that 2-0 lead, get us underway again in the second half. And surely they can't have as much domination as they did in that first 45 minutes. Our player cam for the first quarter of an hour of the second half will feature West Ham's Rigobert Song. You can watch him on Sky Digital, channel 404.
Well, Andy was spot on, really. They will go with 3 centre-halves. Tahinen will join Song and Pearce at the heart of the defence. Trevor Sinclair that will go and join Canuti. Of course, Canuti very isolated in the first 45 minutes, and Joe Cole will look to beaver around in midfield, try and create something, undoubted skills, undoubted quality. He's going to have to come up with something special in this second half.
On a ground where, remember, West Ham have lost on their last 10 visits. Song's clearance. Wes Brown has to chase it all the way. And Barthez, who's having a very easy night, collects and finds Phil Neville. Solskjaer, who set United on their way tonight, sets Keane on his way here. Lampard matches him stride for stride. Pearce just caught as he played the ball down the line, and a little incident which the linesman was right on top of, and yet hasn't done anything about, hasn't drawn the referee's attention to. The fans on that far side howl their disapproval. Here's Silvestre, Solskjaer and Dwight Yorke in the middle. Comes out again to Scholes, leaves it instead to Keane. Scholes is there once more, that means danger. And the deflection takes it for a corner.
Stuart Pearce is going to have to be a little bit careful. The fans over on that far side spotted it, and it was his defensive challenge. But there is the late challenge from Solskjaer. I think it's a little bit of afters there that the fans weren't particularly happy about. Certainly Solskjaer wasn't.
The referee saw an infringement in that crowd of players, presumably by Wes Brown. Free kick to West Ham.
Well, David Beckham's range of passing is absolutely superb, also from set pieces. But what has also impressed me is his movement, Alan. And I think he's come off that right-hand side. He's just drifted infield a little bit. And Nigel Winterburn has come with him. It's left a big gaping hole for them just to slide balls into Solskjaer's feet.
Lomas for West Ham, looking for Cole, who will keep the pressure on Gary Neville and then on Fabien Barthez. No offside flag there, with Manchester United's defenders hesitating. Cole getting right in amongst it, and that's exactly what West Ham need.
Yeah, they've got to come out and all guns blazing. I'm sure that Harry would have had 1 or 2 harsh words to say at half-time.
Here's Keane. David Beckham's moved infield, ready for the short ball, which he now receives. Phil Neville still out on the right. Solskjaer and Dwight York. Beckham. It's a good ball for Neville. That's another corner. And another incident just before that involving Stuart Pearce, who, as the fierce competitor he is, will be cursing the fact that his team just aren't in this game.
I tell you what, 38-year-old, perhaps one or two of his teammates should take a leaf out of his book as far as spirit and determination is concerned.
Absolutely. There's Giggs. Great ball back in. Solskjaer's header was an offside flag anyway.
Well, again, they're going to have to stop Manchester United having this type of time and room, just to pick little crosses. There you can see the player straying far post, offside, but West Ham really have got to get forward more. They've got to push players in. They've got to get closer to Manchester United players, certainly in that midfield area.
Keane finding Phil Neville. Solskjaer. Beckham out on the right. First time ball was intended to be returned to Solskjaer. West Ham have it back with Carrick. Cole and now Winterburn. Yes, they've got two targets now. Sinclair up there alongside Canute, but it's still United who get it back. Now a more determined challenge sees West Ham back in the picture with Cole. Well, that could be a terrific ball if Dwight York keeps going here, and he will. Well, that's good, calm defending by the youngster Tahinen. Beautiful first-time layoff by Beckham.
That's how clever he is, though. He's prepared to come inside and just create that space wide of him. Philip Neville is the player that seems to be benefiting from that. And of course, that's how the second goal came about.
And still they weave those beautiful patterns. Oh, the flick from Solskjaer almost released Dwight York. But a small but encouraging sign that West Ham are now making more of a game of it. Stuart Pearce finds the captain Lomas, closed down quickly by Silvestre, who seemed to be dragging him back. Referee says play on, with West Ham in possession now with Carrick and Lampard. Canute. Oh, that's brilliant by Canute. And he was felled by Brown, who will be in trouble with the referee.
Well, that's a threat that Canute can give you, and I think that West Ham haven't really found him with enough quality right through the evening. But when you do, he's got this capability of being able to turn you and force defenders to defend like that. I actually don't think there's an awful lot of a touch there from Wes Brown, and I know he's claiming to the referee. Certainly Canute made the most of it.
A free kick and a yellow card for Brown, and an opportunity perhaps for Stuart Pearce blockbuster. So there are other options around him.
What a great boost to their chances if they can find something from here. West Ham United certainly got the quality of Pearce.
I don't think that rates as a blockbuster, really. More of a B-movie.
Oh, actually, Stuart Pearce wasn't happy, and perhaps rightly so, because Paul Scholes wasn't far away from the ball as that was struck. And I think that as you're looking for your player on the end of the wall to get close and to charge, I've got to say that Scholes did his job very well.
Heenan wins the header. Winterburn. Stuart Pearce with the up and under. Brown, the man under it for Manchester United. Cortez has gone on a little walkabout. Quite mild for him, that one, though. Lomas, Lampard. Joe Cole couldn't try to pick out Winterburn. And that means there's a space left behind that Winterburn vacated. Beckham fills it, Solskjaer's in the middle, and almost another embarrassment for Stuart Pearce.
Well, you're right in the sense of what you said about Joe Cole, because once he couldn't find Nigel Winterburn, it left a gaping hole for Beckham to exploit. That was nearly a wonderful cross into Solskjaer. Pearce very much in the thick of the action.
Keane coming in on the back post. And here's Giggs. Skipper there again. There's a bit of a late challenge this time by Winterburn, and astonishingly, a throw-in has been given.
The referee's assistant felt that Solskjaer was looking for it a little bit, but once again getting a lot of joy on that right-hand side as far as United are concerned.
Keane. Winterburn made sure there was no room to turn, but he finds Phil Neville anyway, and here he is again, Keane. Now Beckham having to backtrack and gives it away to Cole. Carrick. Lomas. The angle ball for Canute. He was unable to keep it in. Frustration all over his features. But at least West Ham have restored a bit of pride.
Well, I think that they were obviously going to be a little bit more of a threat because they were going to play with two up front opposed to one. And they have changed it. The three centre-halves look a little bit more comfortable. And of course, they haven't shot themselves in the foot. And that's exactly what they did in the opening 2 minutes of this football match.
Redknapp barks out the orders and has to believe that West Ham could still gain a foothold in this match, and that had looked unlikely, verging on impossible at half-time. But the next goal will be a critical one in this contest, that's for sure. Solskjaer, Beckham. Song wins it back. Stuart Pearce gives it away. This is Keane. Beckham making ground down the right. And Phil Neville in support. Solskjaer and Dwight Yorke in the penalty box for United. Keane with a great ball. Oh, what a goal by Dwight Yorke! A magnificent header, a magnificent ball by the captain to find him. That's as good a goal as you're going to see for a long time.
Well, everything about this goal was full of quality, but again, it's that build-up on the right-hand side. Some of the movement has been absolutely superb, and the player that you tend to think is going to deliver quality from that side is David Beckham, but it's not this time. It's Roy Keane, and what a ball. It had pace, and it was so difficult for the defenders to defend against. And if the run was spot on, and that's exactly what Dwight Yorke's was.
The second one, in a similar fashion, that was crafted, and beautifully crafted at that. As Cole goes forward for West Ham, who ironically have conceded a third goal at the one. Now tonight's fixture is some record, a championship record, you could venture to suggest. They've won the title in 4 of the last 5 seasons. If they win the 3 points at stake tonight, they'll be 11 clear of Arsenal, who seem to be faltering badly at the moment, who would be a brave man who would bet against the title coming here again. A very brave man. But at this stage, and with so many fixtures, Villa and Sunderland in January. You have to keep fresh legs, and Sir Alex Ferguson is about to make a double substitution. That, and dare I remind you, the likes of Cole and Sheringham, Stam, Johnson, May, Irwin, all getting ready for a first-team return. Well, as I said to Brian Marwood before the match, it's a frightening prospect for the rest of the Premiership, really.
That's what you want to hear, isn't it? When you're trying to put the champions under threat as far as their title. But once again, just look at Beckham's movement. He may not have created or had a hand in the crosses of the 3 goals, but he really, his movement and his ability to open that space on that right-hand side where all 3 goals have come from.
Beckham with another great cross. Sylvester almost got a touch on the ball. What on earth was he doing there?
Well, if you allow this fella that type of room and space to just pick passes out, look at that. That's almost, what, 10, 15 yards before any defender gets close to him. And he'll hurt you, he'll damage you, because he's got that quality. And very much similar to the Keane ball moments earlier, Silvestre be very disappointed he didn't get on the end of that.
Now those 2 changes. The skipper, Roy Keane, will get a break. And just looking to see who else is coming off. Ronnie Warwork has come on. Ryan Giggs doesn't know whether it's him or not. It is. There's confirmation, the number 11, who can rest the troublesome hamstring. And on in his place, Jonathan Greening. We had an hour gone, and even allowing for West Ham's inadequacies on the night, we've seen some breathtaking football from Manchester United, Brian.
Yeah, very much so. Look at the smile when you talked about.
Hang on, here's Canute. Barthez did well. Still in play. Canute's there again.
Loves the trick, doesn't he?
Well, that was one trick that won't be appreciated by Manchester United.
He's done well, he really has, because he's had pickings and there haven't been too many of them, but he's kept going and he has been a threat when he has had the ball.
Pearce lays it back to Sinclair, queuing up for the cross here. It wasn't quite good enough. Cleared by one of the substitutes, Ronnie Warwork. Pearce again, Sinclair again, goal kick.
Well, it was a good strike from Canute, and again, Fashinet an opening. A lot of confidence at the moment, prepared to take it first time, did a little bit in the air. A spectacular save from Barthez. I was talking a little bit earlier, I said I can't help smiling to myself when people say that Ryan Giggs has got a troublesome hamstring. It'd be frightening, wouldn't it, if his hamstrings were okay?
Yeah, what's he going to be like when he's fully fit? Barthez with a tremendous kick. Pearce gets it away. And Greening straight into the action.
I actually think that's what Barthez brings to the side, very similar to what Schmeichel did, his distribution. Great kicking skills. Not sure there where he needs a... sort of, he's just had 20 Embassy this afternoon, by the way, he was coughing.
Five men in the penalty area here. One of them is Greening, but the ball not good enough to find him.
David Beckham perhaps coming into that area of the field where he enjoys, but he's played wide right for most of the game. 105 passes is an incredible statistic, and he's very nearly 100 completed. And I think his movement has been outstanding tonight. He's created so much space on that right-hand side, not just for himself, but for other players. Perhaps it's an area of his game where he doesn't get enough credit.
Here's Joe Cole. Scholes wins it back and sets up another counter-attack. Well, the incredible thing is here, you look at the clock, there's still 20 minutes to go, and we've had the feeling really from the first 3 minutes that there could be only one winner.
I tell you what, when you're getting a hammering as well, like West Ham are at the moment, the clock never seems to move. always seems to be showing plenty of time.
And the clock and the calendar never seem to move where Manchester United are concerned, because whatever figure you put on the end of the years, they just keep on winning titles. There's Canute. Although it will, of course, irk everyone at Old Trafford that Liverpool are still ahead of them in the list of all-time titles.
Amazing you trying to get that into your commentary as well tonight, wasn't it?
I'm sure that's a target that every Manchester United follower and player have firmly set in their sights, though. Oh, great header. Well, if ever there was going to be one player who was going to get West Ham back into the picture, even momentarily, it was Canute.
Well, I said he was the obvious threat, and he has been right through the game. He has had limited opportunities. This is a great ball in. Got to question a little bit some of the defending from Manchester United there. Canute really gets high above Wes Brown. A little bit more determination you're looking for his central defending. I know Dwight York just had a little glance at him as that ball went in off Philip Neville. Well, that's a wonderful goal, and he's deserved that. He really has shown a great willingness and a great desire to work hard for his team tonight.
5 goals in his last 4 appearances now for Frederick Canute. No wonder so many teams wanted to sign him. What kind of response will that draw from the champions, I wonder?
Well, he has been threatening, hasn't he? He's had a couple of opportunities that Barthez has saved. But no mistaking with that header, a towering header indeed. But there you can see, always wanting to be involved in the play.
Sinclair offside. Well, at least he'll say it was 1-1 in the second half if the scoreline remains that way. And to be fair, the way they were outplayed in the first half, that in itself would be some kind of achievement.
Well, he had to change it at half-time. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't contemplate changing it during the first 45 minutes, because they certainly were being outplayed. They found it very difficult to get the ball forward, and when they did, they only had Canute up front.
Phil Neville for Manchester United, who still have a 2-goal cushion that frankly should have been even greater than that. Scholes. Beckham. Silvestre takes over. And now Jonathan Greening. There's Phil Neville on the right. And he will work with him. And now Gary Neville. And the home fans, who've been famously criticised for their lack of passionate support at times, trying to inject a bit more life into their team in the closing stages here. Beckham was determined that was going to be his, and so too was Lampard. So much so that he's given away the free kick.
But again, Manchester United using the full width. Initially started on the left-hand side, finds itself over at the right-hand side. They've got a free kick, and what is Beckham territory?
Remember, long-range free kicks he scored in each of his last 2 appearances against West Ham. The deflection preventing that becoming a third, for the moment anyway. But it is a corner. Quarter of an hour to go. Standing ovation for David Beckham, simply as he comes across to take the corner. And find Gary Neville. Whoop! Well, that could have gone absolutely anywhere. Scholes. More spaces opening up. Solskjaer, York and Ronnie Warwick in the middle.
That was another deflection from Stuart Pearce as well that looked as if it may well have sneaked in past Shaka Hislop. But again, it's that right-hand side, Alan, and Manchester United seem to have found so much space.
Heenan. Decent ball. Canuti willing to keep chasing, but Barthez always the favourite. At least Canuti now joins that select band of players who've managed to score against Barthez at Old Trafford this season. Just the three of them in the Premiership. Beckham. White makes a run down the middle. Solskjaer's drifted out to the right, and I can only assume that that was an effort on target, or meant to be. Ambitious, to say the least.
They haven't really been able to get him on the ball as much as they would have liked in this second half. Great control again from Canuti. He's been an excellent target man for them.
Yeah, you've got to feel sorry for him tonight. There goes Cole, who's also made a decent contribution since coming on at half-time, and who remonstrates with the referee there, feeling that West Ham deserved a free kick out of that. Beckham almost caught in possession. Heeded the warning cry from the home fans. Silvestre. Well, as I said before the match, was that surprising statistic that for the last 5 seasons the team leading on January the 1st have not gone on to win the Premiership. Somehow you do get the distinct feeling that that's not going to be the case this season.
Well, the problem is that it's the chasing pack. I'm sure Alex Ferguson will be absolutely relieved to see how the results went this afternoon.
Well, I suppose if there's going to be consolation for West Ham, at least they got Manchester United out of the way for the season.
Yeah, you'll be disappointed, won't you, with that 65%, but they've been so dominant tonight, and full credit to them. They really are a side that are focused on winning another championship.
A pretty obvious nudge there by Wes Brown.
Well, they're going to have to be on their guard because it was from a corner kick down on this side that the goal came from, Canuti, and if Stuart Pearce delivers the ball that he's capable of, Canuti will be the threat again.
All eyes on Canuti again. Rigobert Song's gone into the mix as well this time. It was Sinclair who made the header. Canute. Oh, danger of another. It should have been. Well, he doesn't need me to tell him that that should have been a very unlikely 3-2 scoreline.
Well, really far too easy again, and Alex Ferguson will be disappointed. I actually think it's a poor touch, really, initially, as this ball comes in. There you can see it's actually aimed for Canuti. It finds itself to Frank Lampard, and you would fancy him in positions like that. He just took a gamble, Lampard, and he's really looking for the composure just to finish it off. He did enough to get past Barthez.
Well, as you say, normally such a surefire goal scorer. And here's another one. Solskjaer bundled aside. The linesman's flag is to indicate a free kick, and meantime it's all going off mildly, one has to say, in the penalty box. David Beckham, as usual, can't resist the temptation to get involved.
Well, there's one or two players, really. It's unnecessary, certainly as far as Man United's concerned. But actually, again, I think the fans were particularly happy with the part that Stuart Pearce ends up playing in this. As Pearce plays that ball, he there goes to half stamp, if you like, on Solskjaer. He wasn't happy with the way Solskjaer threw his body. What we don't see is Beckham getting involved with Song.
Well, isn't it astonishing to think that if Lampard had scored moments earlier, the game, theoretically anyway, could have been in the balance for the last 5 minutes. Canuti hasn't given it up, that's for sure. And his attitude has been exemplary all through the night.
Yeah, he's had a go, and I think there's a lot more had a go in the second half, but it really wasn't enough because the game was dead and buried for me at half-time. But Canuti, said earlier, shown a great willingness right through the evening to have a go. And he's one of the few players, I'm sure, that Harry Redknapp won't be having a go at full-time.
Vestra looking for Solskjaer. Song got there first. Carrick. Well, West Ham's sorry record set to continue against Sir Alex Ferguson's team, who they've never beaten in the Premiership. Drawn 6 times, lost 9 so far. And Harry Redknapp has never managed to beat Manchester United in his managerial career with West Ham. He did do so. It was, what, 15, 16 years ago now, when he was in charge of Bournemouth in an FA Cup third-round tie. And strangely enough, his playing career ended on this ground as well, playing for Bournemouth in a League Cup tie. He scored an own goal that day in a 2-0 defeat. There's Greening. Nicky Butt, lovely little ball for Dwight York. Neville. Beckham takes over, great ball, and he's done it again almost. Oh, so close to a repeat by Dwight York. Another instinctive diving header. Nicky Butt. And just about taken on the chest there by Pearce, the ball rearing up at him at the last moment. Here's Canute. Very good defending by Brown, wasn't it?
He was composed, Ollie. He didn't really look to dive in there, but once again, a wonderful opportunity in the box. I actually think that the header comes off Rigobert's Song, but it's a wonderful delivery. And it's on that right-hand side. It's an area of the field that United have been a threat right through the evening.
There's Greening. And York. Good ball by Gary Neville. Song brought down. Solskjaer. Manchester United get another opportunity to get the ball into the West Ham box. Dwight York. Tahinen barring the way. As usual, there's an outlet, and as usual, it's David Beckham. On again to York. Lovely little return ball from Walworth. Cleared by Song. Manchester United pick up the pieces in midfield with Phil Neville. So Manchester United are set to go 11 points clear of all challengers in the Premiership. The year 2001 begins with a Manchester United odyssey, and it really was a superb display. Solskjaer getting the first goal, Stuart Pearce an unfortunate touch for the second, a magnificent third by Dwight Yorke. West Ham's best player, Canute, got them back in the picture, but only briefly. 3-1, it could have been many, many more than that. A comprehensively excellent Manchester United performance. And the question remains, as it always does, who, if anyone, can stop them? Final score at Old Trafford tonight, Manchester United 3, West Ham United 1.